It's getting a little bit dark out in my day spot, so right now I'm going to pack up my RV to get ready for my stealth camping spot tonight. This entire video is dedicated to showing you how I find my best stealth camping spots when I want to go to visit cities and there's no other camping available. Welcome to episode 5 of Be a Nomad, Change Your Life. Hey guys, it's Robin with Creativity RV, and again, welcome to episode 5 of Be a Nomad, Change Your Life. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because every Sunday I'm doing an entire series for people that want to hit the road where they can find all of the resources they need in one playlist. So this episode is dedicated totally to stealth camping. Now, if you've never heard the term stealth camping, basically that means sleeping in your rig on the down low, usually inside of a city. A lot of cities have ordinances against people sleeping in their cars, and sometimes I do check the ordinances, but mostly I find that if I go to the right kind of place where nobody's going to have a problem, and I'm super stealthy and quiet about it, I have no problem. I've never gotten a knock on my door in the middle of the night, and so I'm going to take you guys with me tonight as I pack up to go to my new stealth spot. I'm going to show you the spot, and I'm going to show you how I find one in advance of getting there. Now, the first thing that I do is when I get to a new town, I scope out the place I'm going to go. I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit up on the screen so you can actually follow me through what I do. But then I spend usually a great day in a beautiful place like I'm in now in Boulder. You guys may have seen the last couple of videos that I did on camping in Boulder or visiting Boulder. But I'm actually going to leave this day spot a little bit early tonight because the weather is turning really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my stealth camping spot right now. Now, to do that, what I do is I prep my entire camper so that it's totally ready to go. So when I slide into my space, I can jump in the back and no one's going to hear a sound and no one's going to see a light, and my lights in the car will turn off, and hopefully nobody has any problem at all. So the first thing I do is I put down my bed. I have a Murphy bed, and yes, you guys, I promise I'm going to do a tour. I promise you that that is coming. But really quick, I'm going to show you some shots of my bed down. Now, one of the reasons I chose the B Plus van that I have is that the bed can be totally put down while the slide is in. That was important to me for stealth camping, so you might give that some thought. If you have a van or something where you can just jump in the back or a corner bed, that would be great because you don't have to take this step. But I put down my bed, and then I put everything on the bed that I might want, like headphones, a computer, a tablet, whatever that I'm going to need. And then I stow everything away, shut my windows because I'm going to be driving, and then I put up a blackout curtain between the cab and the house that totally keeps the light out. You guys may have seen a video that I did on wacky winter weather where I showed you my blackout curtain. I'll put a link for that below so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically, it keeps it cooler in here when it's hot outside and warmer in here when it's cold outside. But also, importantly, it keeps out all the light. So if I want to put on a light inside, nobody outside can see it. I recommend that you do the same thing with all of your window shades. And like, for example, let me show you this door shade right here. Light was getting through that when I was inside. So all I did, like you can see here, is just put some Velcro strips around the edge. So when I'm going to go stealth camp, I make sure that that's all done so nobody outside can actually see me. So this is what my bed looks like when it's down, but I still have a little bit of walking room here. When I put the slide in, I have to crawl over it from the driver's seat, but that's cool because when I get to my spot, I just crawl back into it, and that is the big boy yawning. Yes, he's ready to go to bed too. And then see that thing on the left over there? That is my blackout curtain. It does stretch all the way across on some command hooks. I will link the video that I put up about that before, so if you need to know how to make one of these, you can. It'll look up in that corner right now. But basically, I put it up like that so I can get into the driver's seat, but then when I get to my spot, I just jump back into the bed and I hook the right-hand side of the curtain, and all the other windows are down, so you cannot see me. Now I've got all the stuff out on the bed that I might need later, but I wanted to tell you guys about this. These can be lifesavers when you're going to go stealth camp. So here I have a pair of eye shades, which are like silk eye shades to keep the light out. And here I get a whole big bin of these earplugs. Now, normally I sleep like a champ, even when there's semis next to me. But if I'm in a stealth camping spot and I want to crack open the windows, like now because it's summer, these are great. Actually, this morning I totally overslept, even though there were semis all around me in this area that I'm going to show you, because I have these things. So if you are planning to stealth camp, I recommend them. I'll put the links for this stuff below. Another thing I want to recommend is that you've got something like a little Bluetooth headset or just some earbuds or something that you can plug into your computer or entertainment or whatever you want to listen to or watch when you go to bed. Because normally when people get kicked out of stealth camping spots, it's because either they didn't pick the right spot and somebody complains that they're out there, or they're out there and they let a sliver of light get out of their RV or people hear them. So that's why I go to such lengths to make sure that when I get to my spot, I can just jump right in the back and everything I need is right there and I'm just quiet as a mouse. Once you get to your spot, give some thought to what you do inside the RV that makes noise, like running water or flushing a toilet. I have a composting toilet, so I don't have to worry about that. But I actually totally get ready for bed before I go to my stealth camping spot. So I wash my face and I brush my teeth and I do everything that I might need to do to prepare for bed so that nobody hears me. I even drive to my stealth camping spot in like my pajamas. So here is what the bed looks like down in my leisure travel van Unity. You can see I put the slide in and the big boy just wasn't moving. He's like, nope, And I've got all my stuff here ready to go that I might need. I have to crawl over it, but no big deal. By the way, if anyone else is thinking about a leisure travel van and you're wondering about the end part here, I took off that extension that's at the end of the bed. It turns out that that's only on with Velcro. If you don't do that, then it, curls backwards and sticks up. And the bed was plenty big for me without it. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to crawl over and get into the driver's seat and take you guys with me as I drive to my stealth spot. And while we're looking at that video, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how I find a good spot. So I thought I would show you guys a view of the weather I was leaving in Boulder. You can see why I wanted to be closer to other people where I wasn't the only metal object. So while we're showing you this, I am going to just go over some basic rules of stealth camping, and then I'm going to show you some screenshots of how I actually find my spot here and also how I found a spot that I went to a couple of weeks ago. So number one, just remember that you're trying to be invisible. So don't call any attention to yourself. Don't park in front of somebody's house or in front of a busy business or block a road or something like that. Don't play loud music. Don't leave trash outside. And don't stay in the same spot for days and days and days. Because what usually gets most people busted when they're stealth camping is that they draw attention to themselves and somebody complains. I actually talked to a person the other day that complained about an RV parked in the parking lot of a business that had gone under, and they just didn't like the look of it, and it had been there for so many days that they finally called the police and complained. Generally, what I like to do is camp near busy apartment buildings where lots of people go in and out. And so people see me, they think that I'm just visiting someone and I'm gone the next day. And so nobody has to worry. Or I park near industrial areas if they seem safe to me. So let me show you a screenshot of the place that I went to in Boulder and how I found it. So I just popped right into regular Google Maps and I searched for Celestial Seasonings because I want to scope out the surrounding area. That was pretty close to Boulder and some green areas, so I just scoop right into it. And then I'm going to hit that button in the upper right-hand corner to change it to the satellite view, because then you get the Google Earth view and you can see people that are parking there and what the side streets look like. So Celestial Seasonings was right next to a residential area. That was a good sign, but those were houses, and I don't like to park in front of people's houses. But I went right up here and I saw all these giant buildings, so that is an industrial area. So I knew that I would probably have some luck over there somewhere. There was lots of things, like community college, medical supply, all kinds of stuff. And then when I zoomed in, I could see that right across the street from all the industrial stuff were tons of apartments. Oh, and look right there. When I zoomed in even more, there was an RV parked on the street. So I just scanned down the rest of the street, and sure enough, there were lots of trucks and like food trucks and RVs parked there. So I drove over during the day to scope it out, and sure enough, it ended up being a perfect spot for me, and there were lots of RVs on the street. In fact, I'm going to cut away right now to a clip I did for my Boulder video that you may have seen where I wake up there. Good morning. This is where I woke up today. I am in Boulder, Colorado, and this is kind of an industrial area slash apartment area, which is where I like to stealth camp. Here's an apartment building, and then on the other side I've got some office buildings and some trucks, and that's good. You can see that I'm not the only one. There's a camper right there, and there's another one down there. So the spot worked out really great, and while we finish the drive, I'm going to show you another spot that I stayed at a couple of weeks ago in Denver. Now, I wanted to visit the city, but I didn't want the hassle of all the traffic or finding parking down there, so I decided to take the light rail in, which is like Denver's train. And I searched for different light rail stations, which you'll see here on the screen in just a second, and I chose one called Bellevue Station, which was one I was familiar with in a neighborhood called the Denver Tech Center. So I went into that map, which you can see right here, and basically I saw that there were a whole bunch of apartment buildings around it, which is what I was looking for. And when I zoomed in on the satellite view, I could see that there were apartment buildings and businesses, and I wanted to actually look at the street view around there. So if you push down your finger onto the screen itself, like I did in this little red button in the middle, that drops a pin, and then you can look at the box in the lower left-hand corner, and you can see the actual street view like I'm doing here. I could see that there were tons of different streets with lots of different cars, and people come and go, and nobody would even notice me, and that's what I did, and that worked out being a great spot. Oh, and look, you guys, we're home now. I am on my street, and I'm about to pull into my spot, and I hope that you saw that there were other campers along the way. So don't adjust your screens. I'm going to do my final shot inside of my camper. Thanks, everybody. That's it, you guys. You probably can't even see me right now, right? Well, I'm in bed, and you can probably hear some of this stuff, right? That's my back window, and here's where I am. And I hear some voices out there, but they don't hear me. So this is Robin with Creativity RV. Everybody please like and share and subscribe if you like this video, and come back next Sunday where I'm going to show you how to camp in national forests for free. Everybody have safe travels out there and be free.